You spent 10 years building something real. You cut your spending, you automated your investments, you watched the compounding begin. Then 1 month, one single month, wiped it out. Not the market, not bad luck, a cracked foundation you never even built. Here is the contradiction almost nobody talks about. People race to invest, to chase crypto, to upgrade their lifestyle, on top of a base that does not exist. They build the roof first and wonder why it all comes down. It is like raising a tower on loose sand. The higher you build, the harder it falls. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how big your foundation needs to be, how to build it from zero, and you will walk away with a one-line test that tells you whether you are even ready to invest. Let me be clear about something, because this is the single biggest misunderstanding in personal finance. A cash reserve is not lost money. It is not dead weight sitting in an account doing nothing. It is the structural weight distribution of your entire wealth plan. Picture wealth like a building. At the bottom sits the foundation. That is cash. On top of it stand the walls. That is insurance. Above everything, the roof. That is investing. Build the roof first with nothing underneath, and the first storm takes the whole thing down. Build in order, and the same storm barely leaves a scratch. So what is this foundation actually for? It is for true shocks. A job loss, a medical crisis, an emergency repair you could never have planned for. It is not for planned irregular spending. Not for Christmas, not for your car insurance premium, not for that course you have been eyeing. Those are different vaults, and we will come back to them. Here is a number that should sit with you. As of 2026, 37% of Americans still could not cover a $400 emergency with cash. 27% had no emergency savings at all, the highest share on record. And nearly 6 in 10 could not cover a $1,000 surprise from savings. That is not a discipline problem. That is a structural problem. Millions of people are building towers on sand and then wondering why one bad month brings the whole thing down.
Let us make this concrete. Picture a real household. $4,000 a month take home. $3,800 of that is true essentials. Housing, food, transport, the basics. Now run the exact same crisis 2 different ways. Scenario A, no foundation. A job loss hits on month 1. No cash to draw from. So what happens? The essentials still cost $3,800 a month, every month, whether income is coming in or not. Credit cards fill the gap. The average card now charges around 24%. Month 1, $3,800 on the card. Month 2, another $3,800, plus interest already piling onto the first balance. Month 3, the minimum payments are eating cash you do not have, so you start raiding retirement accounts. Early withdrawal penalties, income taxes, and you are selling investments at exactly the wrong time, at the bottom. By month 4, this household is not just 4 months behind. They have picked up roughly $14,000 in new debt, plus compounding interest, plus penalties, plus lasting damage to their credit score and their future returns. One shock, 10 years of progress, reversed, not by the market, but by a foundation that was never poured. Now, scenario B. The same household, the same shock, but with 6 months of essentials held in cash.
$22,800 sitting in a separate, boring account. Job loss hits? Nothing changes. The bills get paid from the buffer. The investments? Completely untouched. They keep compounding, quietly, in the background. The foundation absorbs the entire hit, and once income returns, the household simply refills that account over the next year and keeps moving forward. That is what a foundation does. It does not make you rich, it makes you unbreakable. Now, one important detail that changes the math. If your income is volatile, commission work, freelancing, a small business, irregular contract income, your foundation has to be wider. A stable salary might need 3 to 6 months of essentials. Volatile income needs 6 to 12. The wider the base, the more shock it can hold.
So people hear this and they go build something.
But here are 3 silent mistakes that crack what they think is a solid base. Mistake 1, too small. $1,000 feels like real progress, and it is, as a start. But it is a starter,
not a foundation. A genuine income shock costs far more than $1,000, and a too small reserve collapses on month 2. It is a half-built base that pretends to be finished. Mistake 2. Invested in something volatile. This one is subtle and dangerous. People think cash is losing to inflation, so I will put my emergency fund in the market or in crypto. Then the shock arrives, and shocks love to arrive exactly when markets are down, because the same recession that costs you your job also crashes your portfolio. Now you do not have a foundation. You have an investment down 30% at the exact moment you are forced to sell it. The foundation's entire job is to be there, fully, in cash, when everything else is falling. Mistake 3. Too easy to reach. This is the foundation confused with a savings goal. If your emergency money lives in your main checking account or one tap away in a phone app, it gets used for things that are not emergencies. A flash sale, a vacation.
A quiet, well, I deserve it. A real foundation has to be separated, accessible in 1 to 3 days, but far enough away that you feel the friction every time you reach for it. So here is the system, the Foundation First framework. 7 moves in order. 1. The foundation is the first floor. Before investing, before lifestyle upgrades, before anything else, the foundation comes first. 2. Starter first, then full. Do not try to save $23,000 on day 1. Build a starter first, 1 month of essentials, then grow toward full. 3. Size it in months of essentials, not months of income. 1 month starter, 3 to 6 months full for stable income, 6 to 12 for volatile income. Multiply your monthly essentials by that number, and that is your target. 4. Location. Accessible in 1 to 3 days. Separated from your spending. Cash-like, a high-yield savings vehicle, not the stock market. 5. Pay yourself first. Automated. The day money lands in your account, a piece of it routes straight to the foundation before you ever see it or spend it. 6. Once the foundation is complete, the surpluses flow upward, into investing, into the walls. The foundation is built once and then simply maintained. 7. Keep sinking funds in separate vaults. Planned expenses, taxes, holidays, the car fund, each get their own account. The foundation is reserved only for true shocks. Let us see it actually built. Take a $1,000 monthly contribution.
Month 4. You have already banked your 1-month starter, around $3,800. You keep going. Month 8, 2 months banked. Month 12, you are past 3 months. By month 22 to 24, you arrive at a full foundation, around $22,800. That is $3,800 in essentials times 6. A household that can now absorb a genuine shock without touching a single investment.
So here is the one test, the Foundation First test. 1 sentence. Before you invest another dollar, ask yourself, do I have 3 to 6 months of essential spending in cash, separate, and accessible? If the answer is no, the foundation is not done, and every dollar you stack above it is at risk. Write that down. Screenshot it. That single sentence is the line between building on sand and building on bedrock. And here is the whole idea in one line. The money that feels like it is doing nothing is the money holding everything else up. If this reframed how you think about cash, subscribe to Architecture of Wealth. We break down the system of building money from scratch, not stock tips, not hype. And if you haven't seen it yet, watch episode 2 on lifestyle inflation next. It is the step right before this one in the Wealth Foundation series, and it explains why most people accidentally raise the roof before the foundation is even poured. Because in the next structure, we will show how the walls, your insurance, hold the whole building up when the foundation alone is not enough.